What is going on, Bulls Nation? Welcome back again for another video. And we have another topic to discuss here. And I found this on the website heavy.com or maybe Pro Sports Daily. I go there all the time, just for rumors and all that stuff. And this is an interesting one. And again, this is one of those what if moments, right? We as Bulls fans, or any fans for that matter, Bears or whatever the team is, you like to play this what if. And it's fun talking about this, at least for me, in a more realistic way, not in a more fantasy way where and let's be honest here, Bulls fans. Well, if you're listening just this, the topic was that Anthony Davis could want a trade for the Chicago Bulls. If, let's say, a scenario where the Lakers only made the play-in tournament, they get bounced out. LeBron is frustrated. He wants out. He's even talking about going back to Cleveland. Even though if I was Cleveland, I am not going to take LeBron back, for several reasons. I think they have a young nucleus out there that is doing great things. And plus, the other fact that you want to win without LeBron James at this point, right? But let's just say, hypothetical, that Anthony Davis wanted a trade and he specifically wants to go to Chicago. Why? Because he is a native of Chicago. And, at this point in his career, he had a title. He just wants to go back hometown. And the Lakers are rebuilding. LeBron is getting older. Maybe this is his last year in his contract. They are preparing for the worst. Kind of like, all right, if Anthony Davis wants out, you kind of have to at least entertain the idea if you're the Chicago Bulls. Now, knowing Anthony Davis's history, his injury and all that stuff, that is a real concern. But at the same token, he is, if healthy or when healthy, he is one of the top 5 best players in the world. That is a big if or when, right? So there's a lot of risk involved in acquiring Anthony Davis. Again, if this ever happens. I'm not saying this is going to happen. We're just talking about this particular scenario right here. So the question is, what is the Bulls willing to give up? Or what am I willing to give up? Let's say I am AK or Mark Eversley or the Bulls. What are you willing to give up? Because you have to at least entertain the thought. I mean, this is a good narrative. Imagine we need a power forward, and arguably you are going to get the best power forward when healthy out there, or power forward center, best big man out there when healthy. And that is a big if and when, right? So those are the two concerns that you do have when you're getting Anthony Davis. Now, realistically, let's be honest here. The Lakers are not going to entertain as much as we want to as Bulls fans. We want to give up Tony Bradley, maybe some ridiculous package right there. Derrick Jones Jr. and Troy Brown Jr., all the juniors in the world. But the Lakers are not going to fall for that. 2 first-round picks, something like that. Tony Bradley, Derrick Jones, Troy Brown, I mean, that's not even going to get you a decent star. Much more so a top 75 player of all time in Anthony Davis, regardless if he's always injured or not. I mean, the Lakers paid a hefty price for Anthony Davis. And keep in mind, I'm not saying the Bulls should do the same, nor his value is the same when they acquired him, but that's not going to get it done. So the first trade that I would say that's somewhat realistic, and I don't think Lakers are still going to fall for this, but this is what your initial offer would be if you're the Bulls, and then you work from there, would be a package containing and then I tried this on ESPN Trade Machine, is Vooch, Kobe White, and Troy Brown Jr., and maybe 2 first-round picks. And I know the first-round picks is going to suck, but let's be honest. We traded 2 first-rounders for Vooch. So that, I think, if there was no good offers and Anthony Davis just threatened them, hey, you know what? I'm going to sit out. I'm going to have a surgery on my whatever and do the somewhat of a Ben Simmons type of attitude, perhaps. Maybe they'll take a look at this. Maybe. I doubt they'll bite for this, but maybe it's a consideration for them. I'll start with this package. The salaries do match. It does work out. Really, the only player that you would miss here, no one really, honestly. Like I mean, I love Vucevic. Don't get me wrong. I love the guy. But, he drives us nuts sometimes. Kobe White, let's be honest, I think we're going to lose him anyway. The Bulls are so cheap, they're not going to pay a luxury tax for Kobe. And Troy Brown, I mean, it's Troy Brown Jr. I'm not going to lose sleep over Troy Brown. although he's still, all of these guys are vital for the Bulls. I don't think even if you lose these three guys, it would kill the depth completely. Because what happens is you just plug Anthony Davis in the center, you keep your core. You lose Kobe White, yeah, and he's a big loss. He's a big spark off the bench. But I feel like in 2 years, I honestly feel we're gonna lose him anyway, because the Reinsdorf are notoriously cheap. They're not gonna pay the luxury tax. We are gonna pay max for LaVine next year, and they're gonna find a way to lose Kobe for nothing, right? So in this trade scenario, this would be the most realistic / perfect case scenario for the Bulls if ever this happens, right? I would take the risk of Anthony Davis sitting down and all that stuff if he gets injured again. Come postseason, all you need to do if you do this trade is the Bulls sneak into the playoffs. Let's say Anthony Davis is injured half a season. I think DeMar and LaVine can carry the load, get us into the playoffs, get into the playoffs with a healthy Anthony Davis. Can you imagine a roster of Anthony Davis, Patrick Williams, DeMar DeRozan, Zach LaVine, and Lonzo Ball? That is filthy defensively and offensively. I mean, would it happen? No. I don't even think Anthony Davis goes to the Bulls. But like I said, this is all make-believe hypothetical here, right? So that's the first trade scenario that I have. And I still feel like the Lakers would say no to that trade. And rightfully so. If I was the Lakers, no way. I'll take Vooch. He's an expiring contract. And really all you're getting here from Anthony Davis is 2 first-rounders and Kobe White. You can re-sign Kobe White. But would that really, help your team rebuild? The more realistic trade that the Lakers would ask for is the Moon. But the Bulls shouldn't budge there. So this next offer would be my absolute ceiling. And even at this, I'm not even sure if this is worth it. So the more realistic trade, and I feel like the Lakers would at least highly entertain, is Lonzo Ball, Patrick Williams, Kobe White, Troy Brown Jr., and if I was the Bulls, I'd argue with no picks, but I don't think it's going to get done with no picks. So you might have to include 1 pick or 2 picks. 2 picks would be, I don't know. I don't know if that's, as much as I like Anthony Davis to be here in Chicago to address all the needs, I don't think that, I think we're overpaying at that point, for somebody like Anthony Davis. Because with this trade, now your depth got kind of hurt. Kinda, because like right now, as we speak, at the time of this video, we're playing without Lonzo Ball and Patrick Williams. The only good rotational player here right now, at this moment, again at the time of this video, look at the date, is Kobe White. And the reason I said that is Lonzo and Patrick Williams are both injured, yet we are still in the running in this first place in the East. So are we going to miss them? For sure. Are we going to get hurt badly because they're not playing? I mean, basically you're replacing Kobe White with maybe a healthy Anthony Davis and 2 first-rounders, or maybe potentially 1. But that would, like with Lonzo, the only reason I included Lonzo there, because I think the Lakers would want a point guard, and they made a mistake. They imagine they made a mistake on trading him out. They want him back. And as far as the Bulls, again, we get Ayo, to replace Lonzo. Is Lonzo better than Ayo right now? Yes. Is Ayo a seed of future? Yes. So maybe we'll just expedite the future, plug Ayo in there. So our lineup is going to look like Ayo, LaVine, DeRozan, maybe Anthony Davis at the 4, because he mentioned he likes playing the 4, and then Vooch at 5. Again, that is a filthy lineup with the bench of, leading the way by Caruso, Javonte Green, Derrick Jones Jr., Tristan Thompson, and if we retain all those guys, right? We're talking about next year here. So basically we lost Kobe White as of the moment. Yes, it sucks losing Patrick Williams because he does have all the potential in the world, but you're getting Anthony Davis. It's hard to say no to that. But again, even at this proposal, right, I'll be very cautious if I was the Bulls, because the biggest knock on Anthony Davis is he can't stay healthy. But when he is, that lineup, defensively and offensively, boy, that is championship. And Anthony Davis is not old. He's in the same timeline as Zach LaVine. So when, we all know DeMar is his contract is pretty short, and he's getting up there in age. You can potentially rebuild with Anthony Davis, Zach LaVine, and Ayo Dosunmu as your core. and you'll be fine. You lost Patrick Williams, which, sucks, but that would almost guarantee you a trip, in my opinion at least, to the Eastern Conference Finals every year, barring any injuries of Anthony Davis. But that is a big if. But I would love to hear the thoughts, Bulls fans. This is a crazy scenario that it's probably not going to happen, but there's always a chance. And when it does, it is a big dilemma for the Bulls front office, whatever they want to give up to get a guy from Chicago. And that is a good narrative as well. Can he win in Chicago? My God, imagine him and Ayo at the same team winning for their city. That is a beautiful storyline right there. The only question is, at what cost? And what cost are you willing to give up to get Anthony Davis? Because it is a very dangerous proposition. So thank you for watching, Bulls fans. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up or thumbs down. I love to hear every comment. Some of them were not really nice, but that's fine. I'm thick-skinned. I'm from Chicago. I can take it. I would love to hear your thoughts. This is a crazy scenario. I don't doubt you for that. This might not even happen or not remotely happen, but nice to discuss this kind of thing. So thank you for watching. If you haven't done so, would appreciate a sub on the channel. If you're a Bulls fan, it really does help the channel out. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.